Hey guys, it's Lori. So, are you guys dealing with some nasty people um, throughout this pandemic? Um, Even without the stay at home or the shelter in place orders, life is hard enough, right? And now we're in this whole different realm, which I know they're talking about opening up again. Who knows? It might shift again. But even aside from that, that's what's going on, like in this physical realm. But I know that many people have contacted me. I know I'm feeling it. The energy is also changing. Of course, we had the collective fear that we're dealing with, which they're still out there. That's still out there. There's still some people that are really fear based. There's still people that are, really concerned about money, about health, obviously, about all these different things. So we've got that energy to go with. But if we talk strictly about the energy shifting it's interesting to me that people don't really. This is my Bam. Say hi, Bam. My little dog. She only weighs 4 pounds. Um, People don't really seem too concerned about their spiritual life and where they are and what's next and are they raising their vibration, not just to manifest what they desire, but just in general, just to be of a higher vibration, right? Um, so look at her. When I first got her, um, she was just a pup. She had been taken from her mom too soon, and she was given to this little girl, a little boy, and she got caught up in kind of a triangle kind of thing. What happened was mom and dad had this little boy, and he was old enough to know better, but still young, maybe about 8 or 9, I think, if memory serves me right. Um, so, mom, dad, new girlfriend, is a dog breeder. Mom doesn't particularly care for dogs. Dad's new girlfriend wants to be nice to the kid and slam mom. So gives child, a little boy, this puppy that she breeds. And Bam wasn't even old enough to be taken away from her mom. First mistake. Second mistake is my boyfriend at the time was helping somebody move. And he saw this little dog out on Route 11. Now, Route 11, if you're not from around here, is the secondary road. It's not a highway, it's a secondary road, but it's awful busy. And people go, the speed limit keeps changing, but it's roughly about 45 miles an hour. And people fly around that area, and she's out in the middle of it. She's only 4 pounds now. As a pup, she was tiny, tiny, right? So he finds her out there. He brings her over to where he's helping somebody move, and he says, "Hey, does anybody know where this dog belongs?" And this woman comes out and she says, "Oh, yes, that stupid dog." And she takes the dog, and then this little kid grabs the dog. And now, where this apartment building was, they're on a hill. So even though this little boy was on the first floor porch, it's an incline. So it's not quite a high second floor, but it's like a second floor. And he takes Bam and he throws her off the porch right in front of Johnny. So, John, I got a call from Johnny. "Hey, do you mind if I bring home a dog?" "Sure." "What kind of dog?" "I don't know. It's a little tiny dog." "What kind of dog?" Toy rat terrier." I'm like, "What is a toy rat terrier?" He says, "She's tiny, tiny. She's not going to get any bigger than like 4 or 5 pounds." I'm like, "Nope, don't want her." Because I always like dogs that are dogs, like bigger dogs, right? Like mid to big dogs. I just didn't like little dogs. I always saw them as like ankle biters, right? Yappers. um, and he told me the story, and I said, "Okay, definitely bring her home. Don't let her stay there. Um, we'll find a home for her. We'll take care of her. We'll find a home for her." Well, she came home, and she she was so she had like this mole on her face. Sorry, Bam, but I thought she was cute but ugly at the same time. To be truth be told, I thought she was kind of ugly. "I love you, baby," but she had these big ears. It was like her whole body was ears. It was crazy. But throughout the time that we had her, I ended up falling in love with her. And then the girlfriend, so mom, not new wife or girlfriend or whatever, was all bragging up on dad, like, your kid threw the dog off a porch and somebody saw it, I gave the dog away. So there, tell your girlfriend that. So, new wife, girlfriend, whatever, gives me a call, asks me how the dog's doing. I thought she was calling to check up on the dog, legitimately. So I'm like, yeah, she's good. We took her to the vet, blah, 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 blah. Changed her name, because her name was, what the heck was your name, Bam? Oh, gosh, I can't remember what her name was. I know it had something to do with, like, her little marking on her back, which is like a heart, but I can't remember what her name was. But it was, like, real, I don't know, silly. And Bambi looks like a miniature deer. She looks like a deer, so I named her Bambi. So anyway, I'm like, she's good. Well, then this woman calls me back a couple days later. Now she's calling me all the time, and now she wants at least $400. You owe me $400. When am I going to get the money? I'm like, I don't owe you anything. Oh, yes, you do. And she ends up, anyway, time goes on. I'm like, I'm not. So now I block her. I don't want to talk to her. I'm not answering your calls. I don't owe you anything. Next thing you know, I got the Sunapee Police Department calling me, telling me that they're going to come pick us up and put us in jail for stealing a dog. Okay, you do what you have to do. Not giving the dog back. And I explained the whole story. Then the officer's like, oh gosh, I didn't want it to be like this, So he's trying everything he can to not put anybody in jail. We were standing our ground. Absolutely not. Take me away, do whatever you want. You're not getting the dog back. She's not getting money. You're not getting the dog. Do whatever you have to do. Let me sit in jail. I don't know. You want to waste taxpayer money? Whatever. So it goes on for about a month. You're not getting the dog. Like, standing on this. Then I finally decide, okay, you know what? Cop doesn't want to come and arrest us. Keeps threatening to, but doesn't want to. I'm like, you know what? I'll just look her up on Facebook and I'll make her some kind of offer. So Johnny and I talked about it. I can't even remember what we came up with. Some kind of offer. I'm like, whatever. I'll just give her some, even though I felt we owed her nothing. If anything, she should not be giving a dog away prior to it. It still needs to be she still needed to be with her mom. Anyway, and this was not about love for that child. This was about trying to piss the mom off, which it worked. And then the mom retaliated, which it worked. And I ended up thrown in the middle. So, anyway, I looked her up. I found her on Facebook. I was just about to send her a message. And it was different then. It wasn't like Messenger was kind of separate, which thank God. Because this is like probably, gosh, how old is Pam? Maybe 11 years. I don't know. I'd have to think about it. Anyhow, I see on her Facebook that she's trying to get rid of a couple more. She's like, I got a couple more of these. I think she was going to like give them away, or, I'll have to give them to the Humane Society or something like that. So I screenshotted, copied and pasted, whatever I did, and I sent it to the Sunapee cop, and he basically put an end to all of it, and we kept Bams and didn't have to hide her anymore. And eventually, shortly after that, we weren't together long. He was one of those don't count boyfriends. I don't know if you, that's another story in all itself, but he ended up leaving and left her with me, and I absolutely fell in love with this little girl. She's not your typical little dog. I don't know what rat terriers are normally like. I think she's probably true to form, because like if she sees a mouse, she'll go crazier than my cats will. She's always on my lap. She likes to give kisses. She thinks she's a big dog. She prefers, like when we go for walks and stuff, she prefers bigger dogs. I think she thinks she's a bigger dog, but we're not going to tell her. When she was real little, when she's listening to me, she knows I'm talking about her. When she was real little, we used to tease her. We'd say, you're so little. And she'd get so mad. Would get so mad. She's getting a little old and tired of that now, but she still gets real bitchy when she wants to. Stealing stealing treats from Maggie and then growling when Maggie comes near her. And of course, Maggie's so docile. She's like, okay. I tell Maggie, no, don't take that from her. Anyway, Maggie's a miniature schnauzer. She's much bigger than Bam, but I don't think she knows it. Anyway, you know what? I just took this whole video talking about Bambi, so I will do the other video I was going to do in just a minute. I'll just make this one about Bam. All right, guys, I hope you have a great night. I'm going to be putting one out about dealing with narcissistic or arrogant or just all around nasty people. How do you deal with them? Especially in times like this or any kind of crisis. All right, that'll be my next one. But for now, sorry, just talking about my doggy. All right, see you guys later.